Times when we keep shouting and complaining that it is always right to do your due diligence in every real estate transaction, every real estate investment, every real estate purchase. There are reasons for this. Just last week, over 100 homes was pulled down in the Etiosa local government here in Lagos, Nigeria. It was a very pathetic situation. Watch this.
Structures built on the canal path in Etiosa local government area brought to ground zero.
I have come across a couple of posts where people are saying it is a bad idea to invest in Lagos. It is unwise to buy properties in Lagos. Lagos State will come and destroy your property. But the truth is, Lagos State is one of the most lucrative locations when it comes to real estate investment. But the problem is, a lot of investors are facing these problems of house demolition because they have refused to carry out due diligence. On this channel, at Bino Real Estate Consult, we do personal research, we do due diligence on every of the properties we push out here. Sometimes we don't have some properties on our portfolio because we are not satisfied with such a company or such developers. That is why we don't have them on our portfolio. We don't sell every properties that come our way. Before you can start construction, there are some criteria that needs to be met. And until these criteria are met, you are not expected to build. You are not expected to construct. Developers in Lagos are aware of this. But because these criteria comes with a cost, some developers bypass these criteria and start construction. This is the number one problem. They bypass this cost and start construction. And because of some investors are not aware, because they don't do due diligence, they go ahead and start buying into this project. We've got a couple of them. That is why there are still many more buildings that will be pulled down in the Etiosa local government, in Lagos generally.
The Lagos State Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, and his team are to continue the enforcement of building law, and more buildings are likely to go down as the structures have completely blocked the Ikota Canal, causing flooding in the area.
Places like Chevron, places like Orchard Road, places like VGC, and Ikota, many more buildings, like you see in this video, many more buildings are going to be pulled down. Apart from the developers boycotting these criteria, cutting corners, we've got some unscrupulous people in the agency giving us fake approval. Just because they want to make money for themselves, they will tell the developers, they will tell the investors that they will help them get the approval faster than expected, thereby giving them fake approval. As I speak with you right now, many real estate companies, many estates don't have approval, but yet you have beautiful buildings in the estate already. You have many beautiful, many expensive buildings in the estate already. And apart from that, on the part of the investors, most times I've got investors coming to me to buy into a particular properties that are not in my portfolio, just because that property is cheap and affordable. You can imagine having two buildings in not far from each other, almost in the same location, but sell differently. A particular building might be selling for 80 million in a location, whereby also this another building in the same location selling for 60 million naira. This is already a red flag, but many investors, they don't want to look at it. All they're after is the cost. It is affordable, it is cheap, and thereby they go ahead buying multiple buildings in that particular location. Have you ever asked why a particular building is cheap compared to same building in another location? These are red flag, but investors, they don't even bother to look at it. Most times they will tell you, this is what I want to buy, this is what I want. And if you try to guide them, because basically that is what we do here on Bino Real Estate Consult, we try to guide you, we educate you, we give you information that will help you, so that when you are buying into your investment, you can always make do of this particular information. But most times when we try to guide investors from a particular development, from a particular investment, they want to follow their heart because they feel the one they are buying is quite cheap and affordable. But the truth is, when you buy into government land, they might not come at you immediately. It might take years, but the truth is, whether you like it or not, one day, government will come for their land. Imagine developers buying into a place. This demolition happened because the buildings were constructed at a canal. They've started blocking the canal where water was supposed to pass.
The water has nowhere to go, leaving the estate flooded. But the state government insists on environmental law enforcement.
This nuisance on this canal part, on the canal itself, must be removed. That's what we're just trying to do. We are removing the nuisance. And you must have noticed, as we remove them, we're creating the canal part, the channel for the water into the Kota River. We have to also take the hard stance and let them know that we are serious about enforcement. It's sad that we have to pull down these structures. It's sad. But the truth is, we can't allow them to stand.
The buildings have started blocking the canal. In fact, we have some, sand filling being done on a canal. They are sand filling the canal because they want to build on it. Most times I've had a couple of investors slide into my DM and say, we want to buy into this particular property. Does he have a C of O? The truth is, C of O is not enough for you to build. A land might have a C of O, but if it does not have an approval from Lagos State government, you cannot build on it. It is good to have a C of O. It is good for your property to have a governor's consent. It is good for your property to have a valid title, to have a genuine title. But the truth is, if an approval is not issued, a genuine approval is not issued from the state government, there is nothing you can do. You cannot construct. You cannot build. It is bad enough for people that are buying into a property that don't even have a title. You can't even build, not to talk of having an approval. Because Lagos State cannot even give you an approval. So please, when you are buying into a property, always make sure there is a genuine approval. And how do you know? Do your research. If you have to employ the services of a lawyer, please do. In your real estate transaction, a lawyer's services is always very, very important. And in fact, you pay little for the services of a lawyer. It is better to employ the services of a lawyer than buy into a construction and have it demolished in the nearest future. Like I said earlier, it is so pathetic for those who have lost their buildings in the recent demolition. I extend my condolence to you, and please, always make sure you do your due diligence in your next real estate investment. Staying away from real estate in Lagos is not the solution. Staying away from buying property in Lagos is not the solution. Due diligence is the answer. Be sure that the approval that you have is genuine enough for you to build. My name is John Emwabino. Until I come your way in my next content, keep watching Bino Real Estate Consult. Subscribe to this video if you are on my channel for the first time. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this video. You might have one or two friends that might find this information very useful. Have a lovely day. Bye.